Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm with Rick Lemaster, who is Vice President of Global Sales and Marketing for Boeing Defense, Space and Security for the Middle East region, North Africa, Turkey, and Israel. And right now, he is in IDEX 2021, speaking exclusively with us. Welcome, Rick. Thank you so much for your time. And we really appreciate that out of this busy schedule, you have taken time for us. Thank you so much.
I'm pleased to be here with you. I wish you were here. The show has turned out to be a wonderful experience.
That's great. That's great. After COVID, of course, this is first show which is happening, an international show, and everybody is excited to be there, I'm sure.
Yes, you can't really tell because I have my mask off, but we've been wearing masks the entire time
Yes.
that we've been talking with our
Yeah.
customers or partners or government officials here at the show.
Mhm.
We also have extensive precautions being taken. We have to have our PCR COVID tests taken every day, and then they check to make sure the results have come back and that we are negative and able to proceed on into the show.
That's
So
great.
everybody here has been tested multiple times. I feel safer here than I do in the United States.
It's a great management, I must say.
Yes, very good.
So, so we begin with my first question. Since we are at IDEX and it's your jurisdiction, the area, so how well entrenched is Boeing Defense and Space in the market of the region?
So Boeing has been here in the Middle East for over 75 years. We have very strong relationships with the governments here and with the companies here who help us support our customers' needs. We have significant infrastructure in many of the countries here, as well as those long-standing relationships that allow us to do business here and meet those customer needs. And I would say that we really value the personal relationships that are here. And IDEX has been a great opportunity for us to resume those, not over a Zoom call or a phone call, but be able to sit down in the same room and look people in the eye and talk to them how we can help. So it's been a great opportunity to come back. I haven't been here for over a year, but I'm really pleased to be here now.
Great. So, what would be the percentage of sales the specific region brings for Boeing?
So I think talking a little bit about the defense side, which is where most of my effort is focused, we think that there's somewhere around $2.6 trillion worth of
Mhm.
defense business worldwide. And of that 2.6 trillion number, about 40% of that is international. So there's a lot of money that we expect to be spent in the United States, but over $1 trillion over the next 10 years will happen internationally. And a significant part of that is happening here in the Middle East. So I can't give you a more detailed breakout than that, but it is a very large number.
That's really great. That's really great to hear. Now we come to something that everybody's talking about worldwide, the Arab Israel relationships at present. Now, the sun is risen for the Arab Israel relations. So, has it resulted into better collaborations and lessened the infrastructure needs, keeping in mind the Boeing existing ones? Uh, Now it can be shared, I mean, without any conflicts, isn't it? Can you talk more
It's
about this?
We certainly welcome improved relations between the governments of our customers, and we are pleased to see how things are proceeding with respect to that. In all of the countries that we've been talking about, Boeing already had existing relationships, and we had footprints of our capabilities on the ground. So as you say, there will be opportunities for further collaboration between our Boeing entities as well as with the other companies in the ground. We spend a lot of effort trying to develop the capabilities of partners or other companies who can provide us with parts for our civil or commercial aircraft, as well as parts for our defense aircraft. And we really take the concept of localization to heart. We are a global company, and we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to create suppliers to our supply chain around the world. so we get the best opportunities or the best capabilities from them, and then can turn that around and put it into aircraft that meet our customers' needs. We are welcoming this greater exchange of information, the improved relations across the region, not just the Abraham Accords, but other things that have happened subsequent to that.
Mhm. So, does Boeing need the dedicated manufacturing facilities in the region?
Yeah, we look at opportunities here in the region to do things with the companies here. Referring back to the localization point, we have ongoing projects in all of the countries that we are selling products to. And we are looking to transfer knowledge or technical capability to those countries and allow them to be able to stand up and build parts for us, or to do service on helicopters or aircraft or on component parts, or to be able to provide the black boxes that do specific functions on our defense products. So we take that part very seriously, and we are always looking for new companies to be able to invest in and be able to bring into our supply chain.
Great. Just in continuation to this, how would you rate the ease of doing business in the Middle East region? I mean, the clauses like offset, do they exist in Middle East?
There are still requirements that we need to pursue. You've probably seen some media reports of increased focus on localization or on industrial strategic partnerships, which is what we call it. We have a dedicated team in each of the countries who are looking for those opportunities. And whether it's for a Chinook helicopter or for a ultimately what will be a KC-46 tanker that would be sold in the region, we're always looking for those opportunities.
So, very quickly, uh, about the ease in business and the offset. So, how would you rate the ease of doing business in Middle East region, and about the do they have the offset clause here?
Yeah, so here in the region, we still have requirements for creating those industrial strategic partnerships to provide those technical capabilities back into the countries where we are selling our products, particularly on the defense side. And we have a team of people in each of these countries whose responsibility it is to go identify those projects and then be able to go make sure that we comply with those requirements. We take that obligation very seriously, and we are pushing to make sure that we meet all of the requirements in the time frame that's specified. So whether it's working within Saudi Arabia, where we have roughly 2,200 or so people on the ground doing our business, or in the UAE here, working with Tawazun and on opportunities with their member companies, or other places in Qatar, or in even in Israel, where there's not a formal requirement, but we really invest heavily to try and create suppliers who could be part of the overall Boeing supply chain, both on the commercial and on the defense products. So as far as ease of doing business, the requirements vary by each country, but we are very happy to find people here who are able to help us understand how we can comply with the requirement that we must meet.
Great. Now let's move on to North Africa very quickly. Which countries in North Africa have Boeing choppers and aircrafts in their military fleets? We would like to know more about this.
Okay. So we've had a long-standing relationship in Egypt, where they have Apache helicopters and Chinook cargo helicopters, and we continue to work with them to support those, as well as look for new opportunities to sell them additional aircraft. We
Mhm.
also are very excited about a new aircraft that we call the T7, so
Okay.
Tango 7, and that aircraft is a trainer that we are building for the U.S. Air Force. There was a competition a couple of years ago, and Boeing was selected to build roughly 350 of those T7 aircraft. These are our light fighter aircraft that can be used to train pilots to move from a basic fixed wing aircraft into an advanced fighter, whether it's an F-15 or an F-18 or an F-35, which is made by one of our competitors. Being able to take people quickly from a certain level of flying into a much more advanced cockpit is something that we believe this new aircraft will allow them to do. there's also potential to develop that new fighter aircraft into other applications and be able to allow it to do different things. So countries like Egypt, we believe, are a good candidate for our T7. Also looking to sell the T7 to other countries in the Middle East, like the UAE, potentially Saudi, potentially Qatar. So from that standpoint, talking with Egypt about those opportunities allows us to begin that fairly lengthy process from a foreign military sales standpoint. Another country I would highlight would be Morocco, where we have been selected to provide them with Apache helicopters. And that agreement was reached last summer, and we are in the process of building those helicopters to deliver to Morocco.
That's great. So, what about the market of C-17 and P-8s in the subcontinent?
So C-17s are no longer being produced.
Okay.
We would love to continue to be building those. They're fantastic aircraft, but we sold the last one of those several years ago. So now we're in the process of supporting those C-17s around the world. And Boeing has a contract relationship with most of our operators of C-17 to guarantee them an availability rate and make sure they have all of the parts and support equipment and other elements to make sure the aircraft can fly on time. And we're very pleased with how well the C-17 is currently flying. And we know our customers are also very pleased with the capabilities it provides. In the case of P-8, we are still building P-8s, and we hope to continue doing that for several more years. But as with the C-17, at a certain point, the U.S. government reaches the end of their programs of record, and the U.S. Navy is reaching, or will in the next several years, the end of their planned procurements of P-8. So as we tell our international customers, if you would like a P-8, this would be a great time to come and talk to us.
Great. So, which are the Boeing future vertical lift offerings on the cards?
So the Future Vertical Lift is a U.S. Army program to develop a next generation helicopter. And that would be a helicopter that can fly much faster than the current helicopters that you see out there now. The Boeing offering for that is a partnership with Sikorsky, Lockheed Martin. And we are building basically a helicopter that we call the Defiant, but it is a compound coax helicopter. So instead of having just one main rotor, it has two, and they spin in opposite directions. And then in addition to those rotors, it has a pusher prop in the back that allows the helicopter to move through the air very quickly. And we believe that will be a very strong competitor in the U.S. Army's competition, which is happening this summer. We do expect that the request for our proposals will come out here in the next several months, and that the Lockheed Sikorsky team and Boeing working together will submit the winning offer for that Future Vertical Lift program.
That's really great. That's really great to hear. So finally, Rick, your comments on IDEX. Today is the fourth day, and how it has been till now. Your expectations, they have been fulfilled, that you came with some expectations to IDEX 2021. Your comments on the show.
Okay. As I said a little bit earlier, we are very pleased to get back in an environment where we can meet with and talk to our customers, understand their needs, address their problems if there are issues they have with our products, as well as lay a foundation for future sales of the kind of capabilities we have to meet their needs. And this being, for me, the first show in over a year, and for many of the people I talked to here, it was one of the first shows that they've done as well. There was a show at Aero India last week, which was also very successful.
It was very
Unfortunately,
successful.
I was not able to attend that because India is not in my responsibilities anymore, although I was there the last time the show was done. And
we would love to have
really
you here next time.
So here we're very pleased with the way IDEX has been executed. So that was the announcement that says they want to sell us food. They will repeat that now in Arabic. Did you have any other questions for me?
No, thank you so much. You were great. Thank you so much for all the information that you provided to us. We really appreciate your time again. Thanks a lot, Rick. I hope to see you soon in some show since Middle East is my region. So I would love to see you personally, meet you, and interact with you. Thanks a lot,
That would be
and
good.
wish you a great day ahead. Thank you so much. Thanks for this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.